Hello, Just Jax here and welcome to my channel. On with the Zuru Mini Brands Create Masterchef. We have 5 balls left. Let's see what we're going to play with today. Alright, back to not opening them so well. As always, start with the obvious. Our MasterChef hat. UV light. Works fine. Lovely. Next obvious. We know this is our prepping board. And our guide. What have we got? Will it be a dupe? Will we be lucky? What do we have? We have chocolate sauce and we have squirty cream. So I think, and sprinkles, whipped cream. Actually, we haven't had whipped cream. This might be, I thought this was going to be profiteroles, but the profiteroles didn't have whipped cream. I think we have a cherry chocolate cake on our hands. We do! It's another different one. There's a nice cake slice and a fork. Oh my days! Chocolate cake base. Oh, I can't believe our luck. We actually have, and it's another dessert, so I'm really happy about that. We actually have another different one. Tongs. Oh, display plate thing. Oh, look at that. That is a fancy plate. What is that? A plate for a plate? What's that for? Is that so you can offer up a slice? I don't know. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, little white sprinkle. Right, we'll have a look in a second. Let me get all this out of the way. Let's have a look. Yes, our cherry chocolate cake. Oh, they're going to be little stars. Oh my. So yeah, what is the little side plate for? Is that meant to be a serving plate? It doesn't... Is that just like a little bonus serving plate so you can offer up a slice? Well, there's... Okay. So I'm curious by this one. There must be an air drying element to this. Because we have curing part way and the whipped cream. So I'm not going to put the whipped cream in the hot water, because that doesn't have any sunlight symbols or like the chef's hat or anything. That just says 20 minutes. So I think there's an air drying element to this. Oh, we have something different. Right, let's pop chef's hat over there for a second. Well, I'm going to put the chocolate sauce in there because that's definitely got to warm up. Let's see what we got. So let's have a little peek. All right, we'll peek at stuff as and when we get into it. Let me glove up. Our chocolate cake base should come in 2. And we, using the fork, spread a load of the whipped cream down. Place the cherries. Put a bit more of the whipped cream in the middle. Then put the other one on top. About half of the whipped cream. Then sauce it, sprinkle it, cure it, and then decorate. Okay, so let's have a look. Yes, we have our chocolate cake pre-sliced in 2. it does look like chocolate sponge. It also makes me think of like burgers. Very well done burgers. So let's put one piece in the middle there. Now, we'll put that piece over there. Put this box out the way. Let's have a look at our whipped cream. I'm curious. Yes, I'm very curious. Okay. So we've got to put just a quart, roughly, of this on first. That's going to be hard to judge. It's, you know what? This one, unlike the other one we tried, looks like we're going to be able to keep the shape of the whips on the top. The chocolate, the vegan chocolate mousse one that we tried, kind of all collapsed in on itself. Might need to put a little bit more on. Just a tiny bit more. Okay, I'll try my best to keep this central at all points in time. I'll put my fork over here. In fact, I'm going to clean my fork. I'm going to keep nice clean utensils at all times. And I'm getting whipped cream everywhere. I'm curious by what that is. Hopefully that's enough. Guess we'll see. Right, cherries. Let's have a peek. Oh, look at our little cherries. Our little cherry halves. And our little, if I can get a hold of one. And our little cherries that come off a stalk. Right, getting these on is going to be most interesting. We've got to try and place these all around. The edge. And I'm going to try and do it properly and all facing the right way. That's what I'm going to try. Right, we have a good, we're a bit of a rough start, but we're getting a good pacing as we go in. Good pacing and good spacing. We're looking good. Oh, that one's gone the wrong way up. We're doing so well. Well, that one will just have to be a messy cherry. I don't know if these are all going on there. I think it's not quite one, it's not quite two. See if I can nudge them up to get two in that gap. I reckon I can get two in that gap now. We'll have one spare. Okay. Apart from the one that's a little bit... Do we try? Since we've got one spare. No, we'll just accept that that one's a bit sauce, a bit creamy. Okay. I was going to try, well, as you saw, I tried to see if I could get it up, but it's part of the cake now, so we'll have a spare cherry. Or spare cherry half. Now it says to use about another quarter, splodging in the middle here. I think that'll be okay. Just rest that on there. Okay. Well, that looks like it's in a good place. And it's still central on the plate. Pretty central. Okay. We're going to roll with that. Chocolate sauce drizzled over the top, and it's got to run down the sides a little bit. And then we add the sprinkles. So let's do it. Our chocolate sauce should be nice and runny at this point. Our chocolate sauce / resin. Well, that one came off nice and easy. Oh, be careful not to squeeze that. I gave it the tiniest bit of pressure. Right. And this has got to go. Over the top. I want it to run over the edges a little bit. I think I'm going to be using the cake slice to spread it around a little bit. I want to get as much up there as I can. So at the moment, it's sort of all, it's not very even. So I'm going to see if I can do this. See if I can encourage it to run over the edge a little bit. Well, we've got a little bit of a run. It's quite a fat run, actually. But I think we can roll with that. See if we can get the same coming down here just a tiny bit. Okay. I'll give that a proper clean in a second. Let's have a look at our sprinkles. These should be little tiny stars, and they are. I'll just try and get... Look at that. It is actually a little tiny star. Well, we never normally have much luck when we try and do it like this, but that's what we're going to do. There's a couple more. I might just have to... Well, wherever they fall, they fall. Okay. That's our sprinkling of stars. Our star sprinkles. So we're at... Let's move that water for a second. We're at the point of curing. And it's looking pretty good. It's looking, you know, relatively like the cake. I think it might have needed a bit more whipped cream in the middle. But I've got to bear in mind, we've got to try and get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 splodges on the top. So, yeah. I don't know if we're going to get 7 out of what's in there. And I know we haven't used, well, I'm quite confident we haven't used half yet. It still feels quite full. So we'll find that out when we get back. I'm going to set this up so that this can stand up here on a little rig. Get curing. When we come back, I'll tell you how long it took and we'll continue with the decorating. Okay, that took a little under 30 minutes, which I was really impressed by. It's all cured. It's not stuck to the plate, which is nice. We've got to try and place 7 little whips. Oops. On the top. Okay, this is going to be the interesting bit. We're going to get 7. Do I dare try and make some of these a bit bigger? I'm going to try. Alright, we're gonna count our wins with our losses there. It's not quite as pretty as the picture, but we do have whips, so we're gonna roll with that. Now to try and place our cherries on top. This is kind of like, don't you run away. This is kind of like those claw machines at the arcades. Oh my goodness. Some are going to be a bit more central than others. Oh, I have to be careful. My little finger is doing like the pinky thing with a cup of tea. It keeps wanting to do this. Okay, and we're going to have a couple of cherries spare. Okay, we have our cherries on our cake. Now, like I say, this says here just 20 minutes, so I'm believing that this is going to be air drying. I'm going to find somewhere safe to put this and forget about it for 20 minutes. Put all this over here just for now, and we'll get it all back out in a second. And yeah, we'll go for the final shot and comparison. What we will do right now, just so I don't forget, I shouldn't, but just in case I do, we will tick off the cherry gâteau cake. Our cherry chocolate cake is finished. I'll bring it up on the plate. There's our little cherry chocolate cake. Just tip it on the side there. We've got a little bit of dribble down the side, which is what we wanted. You can see that there's cherries in the cake. Our stars are, you know, they're sprinkled. All in all, not bad. It was definitely fun to do. Let's have a little comparison, see. So here's what it should look like. I'll take this one off the plate for a second. Here's what we have. So it's not far off. I mean, it's not... It looks like everything's sort of slipping down that way a little bit. So my little splodges on top weren't as central as they could be, especially come the edge here. This one looks like it's going to fall off. But it's not bad. I mean, we haven't got all the drizzles that they've got on theirs, but we've got a little drizzle. First off, I'm not a whole one for chocolate cake, but I would try this. I'd try a little slice. I'd definitely eat the cherries off the top. I mean, if the picture's suggesting that they're fresh, so I would eat them. I'm not too fond of glacier cherries, but I can't imagine these are glacier cherries going on this sort of thing. I'd probably pick the little sprinkles off. I might put a little bit of cream with the chocolate sauce. But yeah, I'd definitely try a slice. I wouldn't eat the whole thing. I wouldn't make the whole thing disappear, but I'd try a slice. Do you like this? Would you eat it? Would you try and make this? For £4, I think this is probably worth it. It's fairly entertaining. There was multiple layers to it. You got some air drying element as well, which was fun. Oh yeah, and this took longer than an hour to dry. I checked it after an hour, just starting to firm up enough. I mean, it still has like a little give in it. It's a little soft, but it's not sticky. So I left it for 4 hours in the end just to make sure, because I thought if I drop it and there's a chance, I want it to be okay. So I know if I drop this now, it'll probably bounce. I might get a dinked cherry stalk. Though they're quite flexible. I don't think they'd actually come away, but they probably would get quite dinked. Well, that's that one. We have 4 balls left, I think, at this point. I've put them away, so I didn't plan on doing any more today, so I've lost count. Well, thank you so much for stopping by and checking me and my channel out. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's given you some ideas to try, either in real life or in little Zuru Create fashion. And if not, just enjoy the ride and see what we get. Like if you like what you see, comment if you've got something to say, and subscribe if you really like what you see and you want to see more and know when it's coming. Thank you all again so much. Take care and see you in the next one.